Today, I came up with a very important concept, which is very, very, very important for most of the young people who are aspiring to achieve something in their lives. That is confidence. How to be confident in yourself despite having so many hardships. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy to have a confidence. It is not easy to gain confidence. It is not easy to sustain confidence. It is not easy to have confidence forever. But there are few things that will help you to have a confidence in your life. Unless and until you have a confidence, it's going to be very difficult for any of us to achieve anything. Therefore, we need to focus on something, that is confidence. You have confidence, then you're going to be successful. You're not having confidence, then you're not going to be successful. Most of the people, even at a very young age, have achieved many things, not because they have got a lot of talent, but along with the talent that they have, it is also the confidence which has actually helped them to achieve many things. A small effort today to help you out to build confidence. How are we supposed to be confident about anything what we have when we have nothing to feel confident about it? When things go wrong, when things are failing, when the relationships are falling apart, when the situations are bouncing back, when you start losing everything, when the work get messed up, when health is taking a heavy beating, when financials are negative, how is it possible for anybody to be a confident? This is what most of the young people are asking these days. Yes, I do agree with you. It is not easy to be confident. When I started preparing this presentation, I was not really confident. I was thinking about so many things, how to convince young people, how to convince people to be motivated, to have confidence so that they will be able to achieve something in their life. But I could notice, I have read many successful people's stories, many successful people and their hobbies and habits that they have been, uh, you know, uh, promoting or implementing in their life cycle. In order to be happy or successful and get going first, you got to be happy. And to be happy, you need to be confident. Boys and girls, this is very important. There's a correlation between confidence and happiness. You're happy, you're going to be confident. You're confident, you're going to be happy. So, having nothing of the other will create a problem. You need to be happy to be confident. And if you're confident, you will be happy. What to do to be happy? You need to start gaining confidence. If you don't start making or doing something to build confidence, then you're not going to be happy. The moment you start being unhappy, these things will definitely start contributing a lot for you to lose confidence in your life. What is actually happening? Let us look at few things. Few things, that means I'm focusing on very, 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 very minute things which are actually going to determine our confidence and happiness in our lives. When somebody has wealth, he or she is successful, you start losing confidence on yourself because you start comparing yourself with themselves, thinking always that you need something, then you will be confident. That means you think that unless and until I have this, it's going to be very difficult for me to be confident. So you want to be confident, you think that I need to have this, I need to have that because somebody has this, he has this, she has this, they have a house, they have a wealth, they have a job, they have communication, they've got transportation, they've got comforts, they've got luxuries, so on and so forth. You keep comparing yourself about that, means maximum amount of energy that you have is actually focused on what you don't have. That means you always depend on external sources to build confidence. You always expect some tangible things to work in your life. You always expect somebody to come and give you something. You always expect the time should to be in favor of you. You always expect society has to start thinking that you are the best. You always think external forces working on your life. That is the myth. That is the dilemma everybody has nowadays. I'm telling you guys, confidence is a perception. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's something that you feel that you don't have something, because that means you always focus on internal aspect. That is, you lack something, you don't have this, you don't possess this. Because you don't possess this, you think that things are going to be very difficult for you. How to be more confident? You need to start believing that you're good, you're beautiful, you're capable of doing something, you're talented, you're better than others, you can achieve what you want to achieve, you can have good relations, you can think that you can have good career, you can think that you can do things impossible in your domain. If I'm a good teacher, if I'm in teaching, I'm always confident that I can teach well the subject which I have been teaching. I'm very confident. When I go to classroom, I look up my head and speak to my students that yes, I can teach this subject better than anybody. When I start driving my car, I always feel I'm the best driver in the world. When I start talking to you, I always think that yes, maybe grammatically, or maybe I'm not very fluent in English, maybe I'm not very fluent in the language that I speak up, but I still always show up on my face that I'm very confident that my language skills are good. This is what, because even if you're physically not fit, even if you're physically not looking very attractive, even if your finances are not very bright, even if your qualification is not really very good, you just go back and look at the people who have achieved so many things in life. They have achieved not because they have everything. I'm telling you, 99% of the people who have been successful in this world will tell you the story what they underwent. They never had something what you're actually thinking to have, so that you will be able to achieve something. So therefore, start doing something that actually builds your confidence. Start doing something that actually improves your confidence. In case if I lack communication, what do I have to do? I have to start speaking in that language in which I need to gain confidence. If in case I'm not really fit, I'm not healthy, I frequently being affected by the problems, health problems, then I have to focus on the fitness. It is not one day show. It is something that you have to think that this is a gradual process. You cannot always think that this is going to be achieved in just overnight. You need lot of effort to be put in every day. You can't be just fit unless you can't be just fit doing something today itself, right? People years together, they've been working on their fitness, they've been working on their communication, they've been working on their finances, they've been working on their skills, they've been working on their capabilities, they've been working on their experiences, etc., etc. Think of your positive things that you already have. Whatever things, whatever positive activities, whatever good things that you have, you can sit around and just start putting on the paper what you can do. What you can do. Most of the time your friends must have told you, your relatives must have told you, your colleagues must have told you that yes, you are best at doing these things. Try to be comfortable with whatever you have and what you don't have. When you are comfortable with what you have, you're not expecting anything. When you are comfortable with what you don't have, you are not so eager that you will be able to do only if something has, because you have decided to adjust with what resources, what capabilities, what skills, what capacities that you have. It is always advisable for anybody, be comfortable with failure, because if you don't accept failure, if you don't accept rejection, if you don't accept your relationships, if you don't accept your resources, if you don't accept your skill set, if you don't accept you, first of all, if you don't accept the negative experiences, if you don't accept what is happening to you, you always start blaming that you're unfit for most of the things. That clearly means that you're not accepting what you are. Try to be comfortable with the negative experiences, with the rejections, with the relationships, with the failures, with the things that you don't have. This will definitely help you start building confidence. You should always accept failure without any conditions. Whenever you fail, you always start saying that yeah, I failed because of this. That means you're trying to show an excuse saying that I failed because of this. Never ever have delusions about yourself. First of all, know who you are first. If you do not know who you are, if I don't know that I can do this, if I don't know I can't teach chemistry, then definitely I'll try to do something one fine day and I will fail and I will start blaming myself. So you are supposed to accept failure and be comfortable with what you had experienced. This experience, this feeling, this perception, this emotion of you will rebuild the confidence and you will start thinking good about yourself. The moment you start thinking good about yourself, you will be able to crack many things in your life. I'm going to be fully comfortable. I know at the end of this video, some people will dislike, some people will be busy disliking it, some people busy disliking it, rejecting it, posting negative comments on this. But I'm mentally prepared. You know what? Whenever somebody expresses that this is not good, that is their opinion. Maybe their expectations are different. I could not live up to the expectation. Their perception is different, their opinions are different. When I have this feeling in the beginning itself, when I start giving a presentation, when I start making this video, when I have a belief that people will express opinions which could be positive or negative, then I don't have any fear of making this, first of all. Because if I had a fear that people are going to reject me, if I had a fear that people are going to dislike my presentation, when I have a fear that people are going to comment negatively on this, obviously there are a lot of people. Is it possible, is it compulsory that everybody should accept your presentation? It is not possible, right? I mentally focused on that in the beginning itself so that I eliminate my fear no matter what. So, the moment you start feeling comfortable with your failure, with your rejection, on lacking of things, you will start fighting your fear in you. The moment you start fighting fear in you, yes, you're almost building the confidence. So, you want to build the confidence first, then you have to start thinking that yes, you're ready for everything. If you're not ready for everything, which means you're going to accept only one side of the thing that you have done, and the other side, which is going to be negative or a different thing, you're not going to accept it, which means you're not comfortable with the failure and rejection. So be confident and be comfortable with the failure. Therefore, always I advise all the young people, boys and girls, see fear as a positive feeling. It's your mind's way of sharpening you up. Every time you do something, every time you do something, you fail and you're actually closer to that. It's not new to say that failure is a stepping stone for success, but every time you need to realize that, am I really accepting the failure? Am I really accepting the rejection? Am I really accepting what am I? This is very important if you really want to achieve something and be successful. Be confident, stay motivated. You will surely achieve something in your life. Have a nice day. Thank you